Hello everyone. Follow me on Chloe_dabs.com.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm doing Chloe's makeup. We're just doing like a kind of simple soft glam, like really pretty look. I also did her hair previously as well. So we're just starting off with the eyebrows. I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in the shade medium brown, as I always do. This brush is from Pony Cosmetics. It's actually a really good brush. So yeah, basically just filling in her brows. I mean, she's got a pretty good shape anyway. I just like to accentuate that shape a little bit more. Nothing too full on. I like them to be like filled in but still quite soft, just to go with like the soft glam look that we are going for today. Yeah, I'm actually obsessed with how her hair turned out. I was quite proud of that because I don't normally do hair on people. So I was pretty happy with how the hair was looking at this stage. It was quite good. Next, as usual, I'm taking the P. Louise Eye Base in the shade Rumour, using this to carve out underneath the eyebrows and then also all over her lid as well. As this, obviously, as everyone knows, as I say every time, you don't have to set this base. So when I do the eyeshadows, I'm going to be focusing them more in the outer corner. I do put a little bit through the front of her crease, but not much. So when I go to place like the shimmery shades on her lid, I won't need any sort of base because this will still be slightly tacky at the front because I haven't put much product there. That's what I love about this base. Like, you don't have to use any glitter glues, any like gel liners or anything. And I think everything just blends really nicely over the top of it. And I think this eye base is like perfect for soft glam looks because I never used it for soft glam ever. So the eyeshadows that I'm using are from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The first color that I'm taking is Sienna mixed in with a little bit of Real Gar, and it kind of creates this nice brown sort of color. Then I'm going to be blending that up into Brick, which is like a soft sort of burnt orange shade, as I really wanted this to make her eyes pop as much as I possibly could. I do then blend that out with a tiny little bit of Makeup Geek's tan lines, and then yeah, I pull the tan lines kind of through the front of her crease, so we've got a little bit of color there, but as I wanted it to be kind of like a more soft glam, I do go in with the lighter color at the front and not the darker colors, just so it opens up the eye a lot more when you're not doing like a cut crease or anything. You're just kind of applying like a soft shimmer all over the lid. It just looks a lot nicer, I think, and a lot more soft. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just like lightly dragging that shade through the front and then blending that out with a fluffy brush as well, just to make sure that everything is blended seamlessly. You know what I'm like with blending, I'm just, yeah, crazy. So then I'm going to be taking the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Highlighter Duo in Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey. Yeah, Mo Honey. And I mix the two together. So this is actually highlighter shades, but I've been using them on the eyelids just because I think they're super pretty and they are really bloody nice colors. So yeah, just mix the two together, really doesn't matter, and just apply that over the lid. I'm not doing it in any like definite lines or anything, just really soft and diffused. I'm then just going to take that first shade that I used and blend the two together. Then I'm applying some 77 gel liner to her lash line, and I'm just going to blend that out slightly with a little bit of Noir Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow just to darken up. Only slightly in the outer corner, nothing too crazy. As you can see, I don't want it to be too harsh. I just want it to make her eyes pop a tiny little bit, which I feel like just that tiny little bit of black really does. And it also helps to cover up, obviously, where you've just stopped with the liner on the lash line, so it kind of just blends everything really nicely into each other. Then the lashes that I'm using, they're just from AliExpress. I'll leave the link in my bio as normal. They're just really nice, sort of soft, fluffy lashes, nothing too crazy, but they looked really nice on her. I was literally obsessed. So then just cleaning up underneath, but again, I'm not doing it in a really harsh line, as I want everything to blend really nicely into each other. Then I'm just taking the Benefit Matte Rescue Primer all over her T-zone, and then for the rest of her face I'm taking the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. This primer is really good because it's like a glowy moisturizer, so it's not really sticky, but it also gives that nice glow underneath the foundation as well. For foundation, I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way as usual that I normally do on clients. This one's in the shade light beige. She still was a little bit tanned, or she had put a fake tan on. So I'm just going to be pulling this down her neck just a tiny little bit, and I'll also put a bit of bronzer down there as well just to make sure that it all matches up. I'm using the Dirty 30s sponge with this as well, and I just apply it with just any old brush really. It doesn't really matter what you apply it with. I just like to apply it with a brush. And then just blending that in really nicely. I do go over with this foundation, I like to kind of go over the face once with one layer, and then I'll go back into the areas that I feel like need a little bit more coverage. I mean, Chloe's skin's really good at the moment. My stupid dog, sorry. Chloe's skin's really good at the moment. So we didn't really need to go over too many areas, only slightly on the cheeks, but I normally go over that with a little bit of extra coverage anyway. Can you please be quiet? He's so deaf, it's actually horrific. Okay, so now that I've got my stupid animal to stop barking at absolutely nothing, I'm going to be taking some concealer after this. I just take the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. A girl mentioned before that I apply it straight from the pot. I don't normally. I only do that if it's like really empty, and I pretty much got, for my regulars that I do makeup on, I pretty much got a concealer for them that I use, that I know what one's theirs. They might not realize, but I do. I normally just apply it with a brush. I'll get it out the tub, and then blend it in with a Dirty 30s mini sponge, and then just apply some Laura Mercier translucent powder underneath the eyes and also in the laugh lines as well, just to make sure that there's no creasing, but I really push that into the skin so basically it disappears. Then I'm just going to be cream contouring with the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade Cool Almond, and just like a stippling brush, just going around the forehead, obviously the cheekbones, and make sure that everything's nicely blended in. I do go over sometimes with just the sponge that I use to blend in the foundation, just to make sure it's all like really seamless. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm going to kick him out. Then I just like to set the face with the Australis Fresh and Flawless in the shade Darkest Brown, as I just want everything to be set in place, and I'd rather my client be a little bit matte for the first 15 to 20 minutes after their appointment, and then the natural oils come through their skin, than them be really oily for the rest of the day. I just feel like that's how you get like the longest wear out of it. Then just applying some Hoola bronzer around the same places that I put the cream contour, just to kind of further contour. Then taking MAC Give Me Sun as usual, just to kind of bronze up the skin a little bit more. I do put this down her neck slightly as well, just to kind of match everything together. I then just wipe underneath the eye powder, and I'm just using MAC Warm Soul Blush, and then also the Balm Hot Mama. I had to think about that then. Then taking MAC Oh Darling highlighter as usual. This is my absolute favorite highlighter at the moment. I'm obsessed with it. I'm popping this pretty much, the usual places that you put highlighter. And then I'm going to be going in underneath the eyes. So I'm just taking the same shades that I used on the top, on the bottom, going in with the darkest first, and then kind of putting that along her lash line, and then just blending that out with some lighter colors. I also apply a tiny little bit of black in the outer corner and drag that across the lash line as well. And I do apply a little bit of black in her waterline. As you can see what I'm doing here, I'm just blending away the harsh lines of where the concealer meets the foundation, because the P. Louise base, you don't have to set it. It's really easy to blend all together. For inner corner highlight, I just used, what did I use? Oh my god, I've gone completely blank. I can't think. I'll have to leave that in the bio too. But actually, I use it all the time. Just popping a little bit of black in a waterline to make the eyes pop. And then I'm just applying some mascara on the top and bottom lashes. I can't actually think of what it's called. I literally use it on every single person. MAC. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? So then I'm just taking the MAC lip pencil in the shade Strip Down, and I'm also going to be using the MAC Honey Love lipstick. Actually, no. I used Yash, and then I applied a little bit of Honey Love in the middle just to kind of lighten it up and stuff. I just felt like the lip combo, it just looked really good. I was quite happy with how it turned out. Then I'm just applying some of the Glow Laura Mercier powder just around her T-zone, just to make it a little bit more glowy, and then applying some setting spray, which is the Kat Von D. I also apply some of the Mecca Cosmetics Tika, or however you say it, Lit From Within illuminating drops that I applied to her chest. I was just using some brow soap just to set her eyebrows, but this, honestly, these illuminating drops are bloody amazing. Like, they look so good. I'm pretty sure I got this in like a Mecca gift box as well. I go over with a powder, so I just use the MAC Oh Darling over the top, and it honestly, oh, it looks so good. I'm just like, I'm obsessed with it. So here we have the completed look. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!